What roles do women social leaders play in Colombia? Since long before the signing of the peace accords between the government and the FARC in 2016, women have played really important roles in their community. And that's everything from supporting the peace process, to engaging in women's economic empowerment activities, to defending the rights of victims of the armed conflict. And since 2016, this has continued. However, my research has shown that women are increasingly facing backlash violence at the hands of armed groups who don't look particularly kindly on these women who they see as transgressing gendered social norms. And right now, in the context of the COVID-19 pandemic, women are still having to pick up the slack and engage in these roles of leadership in their communities as it relates to taking censuses to assess need, to hand out food and supplies, and to mobilize their communities to make demands on the government. And right now, the territories where they're working are also seeing the added risk of armed groups who are engaging in increased and intensified armed clashes as they seek to control coca economies and coca trafficking routes. And we've seen this particularly in some of the regions I work, like Catatumbo along the Venezuelan border and Putumayo along the Ecuadorian border. So in this context, women are running four particular risks. One is that they're used to having state institutions and local organizations help them make gendered security protocols as they move around the territory, and that's not possible right now. Secondly, even when they do stay home, they know that armed groups know exactly where to find them, to make threats, to enact violence against them, and sometimes, sadly, to actually murder them. Thirdly, their duties of care have increased. Usually they're responsible for taking care of their families, but right now they're responsible for taking care of whole communities, meaning that sometimes they have to break the quarantine to leave and go out into the community to take care of people's needs. And fourthly, if access to justice is normally limited in these territories, right now it's essentially non-existent, which makes women feel even more exposed to ongoing risk.